Hello everybody, welcome back. We last left off with me headed down this elevator here on my way to kill a few of these guys. If you remember correctly, I'm trying to find out where Dr. Gudera is. He's missing in action, was taken by the Sith, and in fact, it's pretty much all General Varsuthra's fault. That is a really hard name to say. Go ahead and try it. Just try it. Just right off the, the top of your mind, the tip of your tongue. Just let it go. It's the worst name ever to have to say. Varsuthra. It's like the worst. Anyways, this is actually a really short planet, right? We actually finished Taris in this episode. It's crazy, I know. Like the first planet, Tython, took what, like 6 episodes or something like that? 4, 5 episodes? So the fact that this one took 2 gives you an idea of how little story content there is here on Taris, and I've never been a big fan of Taris, and I'm pretty sure that's why. Taris, for the most part, revolves around the Rakul story, right? So some of the classes are also involved in that, like the Imperial Agent's a good example. Same with the Sith Warrior and stuff like that. There's a lot of Rakuling going on with that. But for this, I mean, I pretty much am just coming in here, finding a doctor, and getting out, and that's like it. There's really no other story content here, and it's a little depressing once you cut out the rest of the stuff. I mean, this planet in general takes 2 to 3 hours to complete if you're quick and you know where everything's at, and maybe 20 to 30 minutes of that is actually, well, actually, you can look at the past 2 episodes. About 30 minutes episodes, or 30 minutes of the 2 episodes, are actually story content, and it's a little pathetic, really, if you ask me. But the other planets aren't so bad. Nar Shaddaa is also very short, but Tatooine and Alderaan kind of make up for that. They may not be as long, but they do have more stuff going on in between. And that's going to be a theme going forward here, which is actually what I foresaw by doing the series this way. I knew that I wouldn't have many episodes on a single planet, and that was kind of one of the impeti. That was the reason for doing it, basically, because before on the Smuggler, I'd maybe sit at, I don't know, 7 to 10 episodes on a single planet, and it was awful and bad content. So this is much better, but much shorter in general.
Stand down, Jedi. I'm afraid we both lose this contest. Dr. Gudera killed himself rather than be captured. It's a tragic loss.
No one will walk away from this.
Haven't enough lives been taken today? We are prepared to leave Taris without further violence. Full cessation of hostilities. Do you accept?
I can't bring Dr. Gudera back to life, but I will kill you.
Unlike the men at the outpost, we're trained to fight, Jedi. Don't underestimate us.
Wait, Jedi. These filthy imps are lying to you. My maker is not dead. Rather than deactivate myself, I ran a second triangulation on my maker's bioscan.
Thought we destroyed that irritating machine. Now you both have to die.
Ah, it was a trick. It's always a trick. By the way, does it seem like, to me, next time you look at that robot, which will be coming up here, doesn't it seem like it's winking? Like it has one giant, I just noticed that, it's like one giant light and then like a little one next to it with like the little lights in between. Looks like he's winking with a really surprised face. That's just, you know, what I see when I look at this droid. I also see a much bigger personality than T7.
Critical damage. Circuits failing. Transmitting my maker's new coordinates to you now. Save him. Do not let my functions end in vain.
Useless pile of junk. This is what happens to droids that don't follow orders.
Don't let your little T7 hear you talking like that.
Not my finest performance, but serviceable. Do not fear. Dr. Gudera is unharmed. I painlessly rendered him unconscious and gently carried him to safety.
I can't say the same for your assassins.
Their loss is regrettable, but they understood what's at stake. We could continue this chase forever, but what a waste of resources. I suggest a compromise. Give me time to administer truth serum to Dr. Gudera. Once he reveals his secrets, he's yours. We'll both have what we want.
I want to end your existence. Is that part of the deal?
Not as such, but you'll find my counter-offer more than fair. I will purchase time for interrogating Dr. Gudera by offering you something of great personal interest. Pirates have unearthed powerful artifacts, once belonging to the Jedi Covenant. I believe you will find these relics highly useful.
I've never heard of this Covenant.
A secret cabal disbanded centuries ago, murdered their own Padawans hoping to prevent the Sith's return, and they were powerful zealots. A Sith has arranged to acquire these artifacts. Can you risk allowing your enemies the power they contain?
He's bluffing. This is a trick.
Your master recognizes the truth. This opportunity won't come again. The Sith is on his way to the pirate camp even now. You know what you must do.
Betray me, and you'll regret it.
I've already sent the pirate gang's coordinates. Good hunting, Jedi. Once you're finished, come to my location. I'll hand over the doctor as promised.
You know, some people might call this my Jedi's adolescence phase, like he's learning how to be a Jedi still. So some of the decisions he makes are less than advisable, really, like making a deal with a guy on the Empire, and one that may, you know, very well give my Jedi more power to be able to take down the Empire. But the problem with that is I should never negotiate with the Empire because my character does hate them. So he's learning as we go along.
These Jedi relics are remarkably well preserved, Captain. Quite worth your ridiculous asking price.
Except they're not yours to purchase. Step away from them.
What is this, Captain? A trick?
You're the only person I told about it. I swear.
You can't win. Surrender is your only option.
I cannot defeat you. I must submit or die.
Wait a second. What's going on?
Give me your weapons. You'll be treated fairly.
My weapons are yours. I am your prisoner.
You can have the relics. Free of charge. Men, run away!
Can't believe he just did that. But I'm not arguing. Wouldn't dream of it.
Holy cow, I am evil. Really evil.
Even a Jedi deserves a little extra sometimes.
Are we done here? That Imperial's having his way with Dr. Gudera.
Yeah, Kira. You'll learn as we go along. She actually, from what I can tell through the story, she actually kind of starts really neutrally balanced. She's not light-sided, she's not dark-sided, right? But you kind of sway her one way or the other. You don't turn her light-sided or dark-sided, you just kind of poke her towards a direction, really. And, you know, if you're a light-sided Jedi and you're making light-sided choices, she'll learn from you and she'll be like, okay, that's what I want to do, as opposed to the dark-sided choices where she sees it and goes like, well, that's a lot of power he's gaining from doing this. You know, I should probably listen to him, and then in turn she just ends up being that person as well. So it's not like the warrior. The warrior, as I said before, actually turns his companion or her companion into a light-sided or dark-sided companion, like during the story, and it's a very clear, direct choice that the companion makes. But it's not quite the same here. It's more of a subtle thing, which I like. I like it quite a bit. But you saw doing that once again yielded me a crystal, a really nice crystal for my weapon, which I'll be able to you know, to use, and you saw that on Tython as well, saving Bendel Moore, whatever his name is, the dude with the tentacles and the big black eyes, him. He gave me a color crystal as well, plus he gave me the main-handed lightsaber I'm using right now. I'm just modding it out. It's like the Dark Jedi lightsaber or something. So by doing these choices, I do gain more power, and I'm able to do more to take down the Sith, but it is a bit of risk-reward, I'd say.
Lord Angrel, my interrogation is complete. Transmitting my report to you now.
Your efficiency will be noted. Take Dr. Gudera to Droman Kaas. I have plans for him.
You never mentioned you were working for Angrel.
What is this? Explain yourself, Watcher.
To ensure mission success, I compromised with the Jedi. He's here for the Doctor.
You compromised with the Jedi vermin who killed my son. Perhaps I should be grateful. You spared me the effort of hunting you down.
Keep throwing your forces at me, Angrel. I enjoy taking them apart.
You underestimate the strength of my wrath. You cannot win. Watcher, bring me this filth alive. I will kill him myself.
Respectfully, my lord. I'm duty-bound to honor our bargain.
Don't trifle with me. I want that Jedi.
Very well, Lord Angrel. I apologize for reneging on our deal, but I have orders. You understand. I recommend you surrender.
Despite your rank, you're still just a slave to the Sith.
Being a good servant does not make one a slave. I'd think a Jedi would understand that. This is not the ending I would have chosen.
So it's about right now that my Jedi realizes it's a really bad idea to make deals with the Empire, obviously, because they're just going to turn on you anyways. So this moment here actually makes a lot of decisions later on different, right? So I now know not to reason with the Empire, and instead I'll just kill them right up front. And this actually makes it so I not only make more dark-sided decisions, but actually make a few light-sided decisions along the way, knowing that it's all a means to an end, really. My Jedi now knows kind of what he wants, and he's going to get it anyway.
Again, Darth Angrel underestimates you. 20 years, I've avoided becoming a casualty of Sith madness. But an order is an order.
I wish these events could have ended better.
I served the Empire as best I could. I have no regrets. Regardless, you are the victor here. How do you wish to proceed?
You'll get no mercy from me.
I asked for none. Do as you must.
He died pretty honorably, if you ask me, but let's free the doc.
Dr. Gudera, are you all right? I'm a Jedi Knight sent by General Var Suthra to rescue you.
Var Suthra? That old man never gives up, does he? The Imperials gave me a Class 4 truth serum. Don't remember the interrogation, but I fear they learned too much. I suppose you plan to take me back to Coruscant? I left for a good reason, you know.
We need you, Doctor. The Republic is endangered.
It's been endangered since that idiotic treaty. The Sith Empire only sought a strategic pause in the fighting. Time to gather strength for a final crushing blow. The Senate ignored my projections. I refused to serve such monumental ignorance.
The Republic leaders are fools. We never should have backed down from the Sith.
Peace with the Empire is impossible. The evidence surrounds us. If it hasn't started already, all-out war is imminent. I'm ready to face what's coming. Perhaps it is time I returned. Finish the war and wipe out the Empire for good.
Well, there you have it. Already freed the Doctor. See, that didn't take too much, and now I get to go back to my hangar or ship or both, I suppose, and finish this planet up and get started on the next part. Next planet is Nar Shaddaa, so bit of crime lord and whatnot going on there. It's the Hutts. What do you expect?
Told you, Agent. This Jedi never fails.
My team came to assist you. We discovered the outpost was destroyed and assumed the worst. Can you tell us what happened?
We have unconfirmed reports the Imperial Spymaster Watcher 1 is on Taris.
You'll find the bodies of Watcher 1 and all his men at an Imperial base in the swamp.
Imperial base? I'll send a recovery team immediately.
Dr. Gudera, you're looking well, all things considered. Ready to come home?
Depends. Are you ready to do what's right?
I always was, and our time has finally come. Agent, bring Dr. Gudera to Coruscant immediately. We'll be needing his skills. Contact me from your ship. Arsuthra out.
Then this is goodbye. You saved my life. I owe you.
It was my honor to help. You owe me nothing.
Goodbye for now. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
And there we go. Now back to my ship where I will check in with the General and then we'll head off to the next planet. As I said before, we're going to try to do as many companion conversations in between planets that I can based on how many conversations it actually gives me. So at the end of Chapter 1, I get quite a bit with like Kira, but not with T7 right away. So it just depends, but we'll see if I can get any of those in once I'm done talking to this dude.
General, Dr. Gudera is on his way to you.
I can only imagine what the Empire would have done with him if you hadn't been there. Your work here may be done, but this isn't over.
Of course this isn't over. There are super weapons out there on the loose in the hands of the Empire. What does he expect will happen? I don't understand. He's the cause of most of these problems, and I'm having to clean up his mess. What the heck?